Hey, Kirk Young here from LearningGolf.tv. Talking today about the non-rotational trailing arm and what that means. I had a few people contact me recently and tell me that it's impossible that if the left arm, the leading arm for me, the left arm is pronating in the backswing, that it's not possible that the right arm isn't supinating along with it. And that may be true if I kept the arm straight, but the fact is that the trailing arm, the right arm, is going to bend out of the way. And so I have two cameras set up here so I can show you exactly what's going on. And it also has to be noted, the people making the comments I think don't understand about making a video or where the lens of the camera is aimed and what that has to do and what that shows you. So the lens of the camera is simply in a position here, and if I move the arm back, it may look like there's rotation when there's obviously no rotation there. So I'm sure my setup for impact is the easiest golf swing you could ever learn, and if you followed my videos, you understand that we're setting up on the same plane as we're on at impact, just like Bryson DeChambeau does. Bryson has his right arm in a little bit higher position than what I do, so he may have a slight bit more rotation in the arm than what I teach, but it's very close, and I think it should be logical for most people that if we don't have to pronate the trailing arm to square the club face, that it's an advantage, like hammering a nail. If I'm hammering a nail, there's no rotation in this arm in order to hit the nail. In golf, in conventional golf, there's a lot of rotation depending on how you put your hands on the golf club. But so the two advantages, basically setting up in your impact plane makes it easier to make great contact, as well as the non-rotational nature of the trailing arm. Will there be a little bit of rotation? I'm sure if you hooked it up to 3D sensors, there might be a couple degrees of rotation. Some people have a little bit up here, but the bottom line is they do not have to pronate the arm in order to square the club face. So I'm going to show you here a few motions, tell you what I'm doing, and you can see I have a pencil here strapped to my arm here down the center line here of my arm in this position, and that's just so I think I can show you from the camera positioned here, which is also at a little bit of an angle, hopefully, so that you can see and make your own judgment if it's non-rotational or not. But if you can see when I'm set up here in this position, if I was going to take the club back, and you can see there's absolutely, obviously, the only rotation here is body rotation, hips, upper body, and you can see it may look a little bit like, because as I go higher, the angle from the camera lens to the pencil changes a little bit. So I want to show you first, obviously with no pronation in the left arm, what it looks like. And if I did cock the wrist, you could see, if I cock the wrist, you can compare for yourself the positions. And then if you look at impact here, this is set up, and impact is going to be the same position, obviously. If I did pronate, what would happen is the pencil would move like this and the club face would close. So obviously there is no need for that here. So again, if I take it back here, no pronation, and then with pronation. And the easiest, if I keep the arm in the same position and just show you basically the wrist and elbow movement here that's going to happen in the swing, you should be able to see plainly that there is absolutely here no rotation in the trailing arm, while the leading arm has quite a bit. You could try this yourself, simply making a motion like this and bending the elbow and bending the wrist. You could see it's quite easy to make this motion actually all the way up into the swing, that it's rotating around the body, but it's not supinating and pronating. So the basic motion is this, and this is because of our grip and setup, which you can learn on LearningGolf.tv. It's the simplest swing that you could ever learn, and I also have golf schools and other learning materials that you'll find on the website, as well as a free email program. See the rotation in the club, but not the trailing arm. So Please let me know what you think in the comment section. I think it's pretty obvious that there's very, very limited to no rotation in the arm necessary for squaring the club face, even as the leading arm pronates on the backswing and supinates back to impact. So, thank you very much. Please subscribe here on YouTube and have a great day.